Thomas Friedman argues that the world is flat, meaning it is fully globalized, which is a naive argument when one examines different countries in the world. Somalia, Libya, and Israel all have elements to them that help prove the world is unflat.
Friedman writes that to become fully globalized, a country needs to have ready access to communication to the rest of the world. In Libya, a civil war made it difficult for communication to occur globally. Typically, only people involved in government or military are able to communicate throughout the world. According to the CIA's World Factbook, much of Somalia's communication infrastructure was destroyed in a 1991 civil war and was never fully reestablished. Currently, only 1.8% of Somalis have access to the internet, and only about half have access to a phone. Without global communication, a country cannot interact with the rest of the world.
Friedman writes that globalization is all about countries advancing technologically and socially. To do this, it is helpful for a country to communicate with other countries. This is not possible, however, if a country is too focused on internal issues to worry about advancement. To have a truly globalized world, it is important to have countries cooperate with others and within themselves. This is a huge issue in Somalia, where the country is made up of 8 autonomous states that don't all answer to the federal government, dispute borders, and go to war with each other. They are surrounded by other groups and become too frustrated at the workings of their country. There is evidence that one of them even funds terrorist organizations. Israel is too frustrated as well. It is a country with a split personality, a borderline position between the developed West and the Islamic world. It adopts a Western lifestyle while still pouring money and lives into the Zionist project. It seeks to present an enlightened face while shutting Palestinians behind walls and checkpoints. Somalia and Israel are not truly able to globalize while they are preoccupied with their dire internal situations.
Territorial disputes are not the only source of internal disarray. Friedman writes that the world will be entirely flat only when all these poor and sick people are brought into it. Somalia faces many issues with sickness. Very little clean water is available, so many people can become sick from drinking water. The main diseases in Somalia are measles and whooping cough, but many respiratory diseases like tuberculosis are also widespread. They have created refugee camps to combat all the sickness in their country, but it only serves to make it worse because of its disorganization. 30% of children are malnourished, and 5% are severely malnourished. A country cannot become globalized when it is dealing with so much sickness and death.
Somalia, Libya, and Israel all show different ways that the world isn't flat. The sickness, disorganization, internal disputes, and low access to global communication prove that Friedman's argument was incorrect and that the world still has a long way to go to become fully globalized.